Anyone else still starving after all these nothing burgers they keep serving us? Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. As most of you guys know, some new documents were released yesterday in the Idaho 4 case pertaining to what was found whenever BRYAN KOHBERGER was arrested from his parents' home. Now, this information is nothing that needs to be considered breaking news, technically. Big, huge updates, okay? This is a big, huge nothing burger, like I just said. We're about to get into why. But I would like to talk about the house because I know that they've apparently got a whole situation going on with the house. Now, I've heard some channels not seeming to be able to comprehend what's going on with the house when it comes to how it ended up in the university's custody. But it's pretty clear to me. The owner of the house donated the house to the university. The university has decided that they want to tear it down. Now, what I'm not comprehending is why this is already starting to kind of go underway and start its, I guess, the beginning process of this. Because crime scene cleanup has gone in and completely cleaned out the home with all of their crime scene cleanup chemicals that destroys everything. And that bothers me because they have a trial coming still. And to me, it would be beneficial to both sides, both the defense and the prosecution, if this house was still standing. Now, we know in a lot of big high-profile cases, the jury will get to go to the crime scene. If it's a thing that's asked, if it's a thing that makes sense. We saw it with Lacey Peterson, where the jury tried to recreate the boat situation. And we're seeing it now in the Alex Murdaugh trial. I just read something where the jury was able to take a little field trip out somewhere. Okay? That's why this house needs to stay standing until after the trial. But they've already got the windows boarded up, which means any evidence around the windows has now been completely destroyed. There's been all kinds of people in and out of that house, which means it's tampered with even more. Now, it's possible they've already gotten all the evidence out of it that they need to, but you don't know that, we don't know that, they don't know that. Something could have been missed. Something important could have been missed. So I don't know exactly, at this point, the date they're planning on actually starting to demolish the house, but it bothers me. But this is how this is going. A lot of people think the university, bought the house from the guy and then decided to take it out or some crazy crap. No, what's going to happen is this homeowner is now going to be able to write off the entire monetary value of that home on their taxes as a donation because they donated it to a college. There's a lot of people apparently confused about that, like I mentioned, trying to make it seem as if there's some shady stuff going on here. I'm like, what? A homeowner not wanting to keep a house where 4 people were killed because they know it's just going to be a stupid tourist attraction and they're not going to make any money off of it, donates it to the school because it's school related and allows the school to do what they want to do with it. I don't understand how people are trying to make something bad out of that situation, but here I am having to explain some more. Okay, so now let's go over this little list of things that they're claiming is the receipt of property taken on the night of the search. Now, we know that this isn't real, right? I'm not saying it's not real, but we know this isn't the real receipt for this, right? Because we saw them taking boxes of things out of his parents' house. Okay? Those boxes of things were way more than this little list of 9 items. This was an outfit. This is an outfit. This is, I'm going to go ahead and read it. 1 flashlight. 4 medical style gloves, which normally would be a little strange, okay? But we are still in the middle of vid, I guess, technically, because there's reports of all kinds of shutdowns and things still going on in certain places. Not here in Texas, but in certain places, at least from what the news is trying to tell us. But we've also already known from the PCA that he was apparently seen walking around in the Albertsons, and apparently there was a Kroger he went to as well, I heard at one point, which is kind of strange that I wouldn't have recalled that because I coupon excessively and Kroger is one of my favorite stores. So hearing that in his timeline should have stuck into my head, and some reason it didn't, but that's not the point. We know that he was walking around using medical gloves. Now, this could either be because he is trying to keep his prints away from things, or he's a germaphobe and this is normal, or because of the vid thing. There's a million different reasons technically for these gloves for this day in 2023. But I wonder if he was wearing these. Like, would he be wearing them in doubles? Because it's not stating that they took a box of medical gloves. Like, this is just 4 medical gloves. So I'm wondering if he was wearing them in pairs. So then it states a white Arizona Jean Company large t-shirt. So he was wearing a white shirt. A Champion WSU Cougar large black sweatshirt. So that would be a black sweater with a white shirt underneath. A pair of black and white size 13 Nike shoes. Pair of black Under Armour socks. Socks with shoes. Under Armour black large shorts. Sleeping shorts with the white shirt. Probably put the sweater on whenever he realized he was getting arrested. Under Armour black boxers large. Boxers under his shorts. And then they took a buccal swab. This literally is like the outfit he was wearing. Unless, and I wonder this because I know that we saw like the broken glass, right, on the front door. If I'm thinking correctly, there was like broken glass from them like busting in there and taking them, right? Was the flashlight like by his bed? Or did they really capture him in one of those times where he was about to like walk out of his parents' house and go about like dispersing trash in different people's trash cans, and that's why he was gloved up and had his shoes and his flashlight? Because this really just sounds like the outfit. This sounds like he just had an outfit on, and that's what was listed here. This is nothing breaking. This is nothing special. Now, I've seen a lot of people acting as if this size 13 of his Nike shoe is some sort of revelation. But I'm not quite comprehending how they're coming to that conclusion. Because I have looked everywhere, and I don't see anything that states that the shoe size for the latent shoe print that was found at the scene was a 13. I feel like that's a piece of personal information that they would not release because that would give away like a lot of detail about the person that was the suspect, and that stuff that they try to keep out of the public for some reason. So if someone knows exactly where it states that the latent shoe print with the diamond-shaped sole was measured at a size 13, please drop it in the comments so I can check it out myself. But I went yesterday and a little bit this morning before work and went through some articles and went back through the PCA. Now, granted, I was just skimming, but I didn't see anything that gave me a shoe size. So, while, okay, cool, we have a shoe size now, people comparing it to the one that was found at the scene at this moment in time doesn't make any sense to me because I'm not seeing where a shoe size from the print was given to us. And of course, a lot of people are pointing out the fact that all these clothes were black. Okay, well, mainly all of my clothes are black. All of my daughter's clothes are black. Majority of my oldest son's clothes are black. Most people wear a lot of black, guys. And I highly doubt that he would have been wearing shorts on the night of the murders. It just, no. It was snowing. It was cold. And then what we're being told is that he was clad entirely in black. And only like his eyes could be seen. So like I highly doubt he was wearing shorts. This literally is just a list of the clothes that he had on before they put him in a jumpsuit. That's all that this is. Now, I did see mention on Twitter that they do plan on releasing a few more documents, and hopefully it will be this week. And it should be including the search of the car, which is what I'm really interested in. But I guess until that drops, I'm going to get back to my life. I had a crazy hailstorm here this morning, guys, here in Texas. It woke the entire house up. The thunder was right above us. It was shaking the house. And now it's flooded in the yard. And it's just gross outside. And my dogs don't want to go out. And now they just are prissy. And their feet touch the wetness. And they just want to come right back in. I am not in a good mood this morning. I was woken up a million times by a hailstorm. Okay. See y'all.